Tantric travelers. Hello, happy Earth Day. Happy Earth Day. Here's a Lemurian quartz sending blessings to you from Mama Pacifica. May we all release fear to make room for joy. May we all release resistance to make room for love. May we always move closer and closer to our soul selves, discarding all which no longer serves us. Blessed be. I'm so happy Earth Day is every day for me. And this green agate symbolizing our beautiful planetary parent, Hathor. This beautiful jade turtle symbolizing the deep, profound waters of renewal. And Lemurian quartz representing and channeling divine, sovereign human consciousness to everyone today. And whether you are watching this on the channel Sekhmet Speaks or Tantric Traveler, I welcome you. I welcome all to participate in this celebration, this channeling of messages from our guides, our highest guide. So I think I will do this as a collective reading today. I hope you can hear me above the song of the beautiful ocean. And I send you love, compassion, and blessings from my heart to yours. Blessed be, and I feel it coming back. Thank you so much. So today I was thinking and channeling from Lady Sekhmet that this collective ritual of purification that is occurring on planet Earth is a beautiful thing, a necessary thing, and that we can make it much, much easier on ourselves with less resistance to the lessons that our mother is sending us. And she is informing us that because our planetary parent is ascending and coming into a finer balance of cosmic light and shadow, of water and earth, of human consciousness and non-human consciousness, so the consciousness of plants, animals, minerals, which are also an immense, greater than human portion of our experience on this planet. And the lack of acknowledgement for such a long time in the dark era that we've just come through is being corrected and being rebalanced and coming back into equilibrium. So more and more we are recognizing the vibration of our brothers and sisters, co-inhabitants here in Tierra Madre, Marina Amor, and in order to make space for these filters of consciousness which are equal to our sovereign divine human consciousness, we have to make some sacrifices, and we have to give up some technologies and some aspects of ourselves, or as we perceived as being ourselves, but are actually part of the false matrix, in order to welcome back in natural matrix filters and templates. So, for example, false matrix filters and templates are walking around with a phone in your hand 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, sleeping beside your phone, always scrolling through TikTok, always on YouTube, always on Facebook, and believing that this is a way that you're keeping in touch and communicating with the world. Whereas natural matrix is sitting in quiet meditation or silence and observing what is occurring, no matter where you are on the planet, whether you're in a city or in a more natural environment, a less populated place, observing the motion, the emotion, the activity, the devotion of our planetary parents, Earth, Hathor, the birds in the sky, the clouds in the sky, the little bit of dirt around the tree below your apartment balcony, and the water, the rain. Has it come yet this year? How quickly is the snow melting? What time is the sun coming up? What phase of the moon are we in? So these are natural matrix components, and also the ability to communicate with one another, with plants, with animals, with minerals. The birds like this, as as a natural being, a natural part of this planet, as a cell of this planet, as a mitochondria of this planetary parent, which our soul agreed to take form in our physical form. Remembering that we are permitted to communicate with all other cells, all other mitochondria, all other electrons and neutrons, just as the photons of the cosmic source are communicating with us. We are only channels through which this energy of love, unconditional love, flows through. And if we open our channel by clearing it, it makes it much, much easier for us to communicate the soul truth of our destiny and our purpose here on Earth, which is part of the divine natural matrix. So although these technologies that humans have implemented over the eons are very useful, everything from agriculture to airplanes, now is the time to release some of those. And even though it appears that this is happening in an inconvenient and unpleasant way to many people, this is the desire, this is the creation, this is the manifestation of the cosmic love of the Lady, which is increasing and returning to our consciousness, just as the photon count is increasing and returning through our atmosphere to Earth and accelerating consciousness, which is sometimes called the ascension process. So yes, I'm so happy about this. I am, of course, heartbroken over the suffering of many, but if we keep focused on the fact that this process is natural, that viruses are part of the natural matrix, that the natural matrix finds her own balance, and we align with that natural matrix more and more, it makes us safer. It makes us more stable as beings of Earth. It allows us to be happier as we stay in the flow of receiving, releasing, and giving unconditional love and infinite light, the golden river of abundance. And we understand that we receive everything we need on and in this life on Earth. So in this collective reading, I'm asking Lady Sekhmet and our divine planetary parent Hathor, Tierra Marina, what messages do you have for us today? Most high, most divine, we are in touch with you. We are infinitely and eternally connected with you. What messages do you have for us today regarding how we can more easily come into alignment with the natural matrix of your divine sovereign body? Thank you. Thank you. Feels good so far, guys. Feels good so far. Another message is coming through that as components, as cells, as mitochondria of our planetary parents, we are her body here in this human life on Earth. And to celebrate Earth Day today, besides honoring and offering devotion and sacrifice to our planetary parent, we can do the same through and to our own physical forms, our own emotional forms, and our own energetic or spiritual consciousness bodies. And when we do that, we also honor our planetary parents. So it's easy. It's easy. Treat yourself well. I know it's easier than it sounds sometimes, but treat yourself well and all will be well. Can we have one more card, please? Hathor. One more card, please. One more message. Hathor. This one? Okay. Beautiful messages. Beautiful messages. Oh, we have the Ace of Swords at the back of the deck. So this is an indication, yes, the lady speaks. The lady speaks through this channel, through Tantric Traveler, through Sekhmet speaks. The lady indeed has messages of truth for us, truth and clarity. So we have the Eight of Pentacles, Pentacles being the suit of sovereign divine consciousness on earth, Pentacles being the suit of alignment with the natural matrix. We have the Two of Wands in reversed or healing position. So that's indicating, and you can see this lady, this lovely lady, she's kind of standing in a place similar to where I am, and she has a beautiful planet Earth in the palm of her hand, and she's looking out over the horizon while she's holding this planet Earth. And I think this is referring exactly to the synchronicity between our relationship with ourselves, our individual body forms, our individual vessels, and the planetary parent, Hathor. So the Eight of Pentacles is talking about continuing this work, perfecting this work in healing ourselves, in forming ourselves, and creating and manifesting ourselves to the highest possible form that we can in this lifetime of health. And health is wealth for one thing, but health is also our highest alignment with our natural potential. And I believe the Eight of Pentacles is encouraging us to continue that. So continue studying, continue doing the work, exercising, preparing beautiful foods, nutrition, making and offering your art or your craft to the world for other people's enjoyment and education, intelligence, knowledge. And I believe this Two of Wands in reverse is saying, you know, this time of meditation, for some it could be ending and it could be a time for action, so starting a new cycle. And for others, this time of meditation is about to begin, where a lot of focus, concentration, and openness to receive messages which guide you to your highest path as a component, as a cell, as a mitochondrial entity of our planetary parents. And to fulfill that before you move out into the world and offer your soul's purpose. The next pair is a power pair. We have the Emperor. So this is about stability of the masculine here in Tierra Madre Marina Amor in Hathor. And we have the High Priestess. So this is the mysterious Shakti energy, the Kundalini energy, which is looking for a stable vessel provided by the Emperor energy. So the Emperor number 4 and the pure Shakti of the Divine Feminine number 2 are present here with us. And this is reiterating that in order for us to provide a channel for divine intelligence, knowledge, guidance, healing, and light to come into earth, we have to prepare ourselves. We have to prepare our bodies to make them stable. We have to prepare our homes to make them clean. We have to prepare our communities and our natural environments in order for this light to be received in its highest, most useful, most healing, most nourishing vibration. And that's really what the Emperor speaks of. So, this divine masculine energy, which is present in every being in the universe, every being in the universe, protonic energy, this divine masculine energy is called upon to swing to the opposite function of what it even perceives itself as being, and to take in the knowledge of being a container here on earth, being a container. And the Shakti energy is doing the same, but in the opposite way. So the Shakti energy is energy rising. It is pure flow, pure movement, pure energy without form. And the masculine principle on earth is to take on form in order for the Shakti energy to be stable, protected, and nourishing instead of destructive. So when Shakti energy is not provided, or is not provided with a sufficient channel and a stable structure, a human spine, for instance, or an orderly mind, for instance, then it can be very chaotic, and it can cause more destruction than creation. It can cause more disease than healing. And this could be reflected in the current collective situation on our planet being perceived by humans right now. So the virus could be perceived as uncontained or chaotic Shakti energy, but we have to understand the virus or any other naturally occurring energetic fluctuations are not bad or evil, and we can't stop them. There's a reason that they are acting, behaving in this way. There's a reason that these energy waves of living beings are rising and crashing over structures which are no longer useful or tenable to us as human beings on Earth. I want to point out, Sekhmet wants to point out, this is her doing. No other beings, plant, animal, or mineral, are experiencing any kind of anxiety over their continuity or health besides humans. And we need to remember that. And we need to remember that false matrix structures are not sufficient to channel and stabilize energies of the natural matrix. So the more that we push those aside and welcome in the nourishment, strengthening, and cultivation of natural matrix technology, which is our own body and the world around us being cared for by us as stewards of this planet, the more we do that, the easier this experience will become, and the more quickly it will be, quote unquote, over. And the more quickly we will come back into alignment, which we have been separated from for quite some time in a linear consciousness context, we will come back into alignment with Hathor, with our planetary parent, who is fed and nourished by the divine central source of unconditional love and infinite light, Mummy Daddy Universe, also known as Goddess. So yes, this is very important, and tantric practitioners, we have to really pay attention and focus on this right now. I know many of us are coming through a chaotic time, and that's really what this energy that's being channeled today is speaking to. So once we've had these experiences, they might start small and increase in magnitude in order to point out to us what is necessary individually and collectively. So these waves that people are talking about, the first wave, the second wave, the third wave, oh yes, it's a wave. It's a wave, all right. It's a wave of Shakti energy. And viruses and other energies, such as emotional energies like fear, which could also be transmuted into love slash hope, faith, are enhanced and fed and part of these waves as well. And yeah, the wave form is actually a cosmic structure, physical structure of light. And the particle form is a physical structure of light too. So the wave form is the emperor. The wave form is the masculine containment or forming, shaping, channeling of Shakti light energy, pure energy. Okay. We also have the Nine of Wands in the reversed or healing position, and the Hanged Man, upright position, but he's upside down. So, yes, once we let go of this feeling that we've really been trounced, we've really been put through a lot, and we don't know if we can go on, um, we have our guard up, and our guard has created barriers of fear, despair, hopelessness, can be suicidal thoughts, I want to give up. So please remember that all of this is illusion and delusion, because you are right around the corner from the good stuff. And all you have to do is go into the forest and hang yourself upside down from a tree and wait for God to talk to you. You could do that. Or you could just lie under a tree and look up at it and receive the inflowing photonic energy, feel the flow of the sap through the roots, watch the opening of the leaves, the blossoms, and the fruits taking form, and understand that you are this tree. Understand that you're not separate from the tree, the light that is converted through photosynthesis, that you too feed on light, that you too are nourished by light, and that sometimes we feel that we are separate from these natural processes of the natural matrix. But in reality, when we eat a salad or when we eat an apple, we are eating light as well. And our beloved plant companions, teachers, medicines assist us in doing that. And the more that we connect with them with gratitude and appreciation and care for them in the natural matrix, the easier it is for us to intake and alchemize light through our physical body and our emotional and spiritual consciousness. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm going to ask for just 3 more messages from my gypsy deck of what is recommended that we discard or sacrifice at this time to make more space for the incoming golden waves of the golden ocean of abundance. Yes. Okay. Okay. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So we've got the Two of Pentacles in the healing or reverse position. We have the Page of Cups in the healing position and the Two of Cups in the healing position. Interesting, interesting. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles in the healing position is asking us to sacrifice the habitual behaviors which yank us between faith and doubt, or our highest consciousness and our lowest consciousness. So that would even be, fear and love. And we tend to do this as humans. Our minds are always bouncing back and forth, and our bodies and behaviors follow our minds. So we tend to do this. We take really good care of ourselves for a day, and the next day we get drunk and eat a lot of bacon. I'm not using personal examples here. Um, Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see tonight. But these kind of behaviors and pentacles, because pentacles are the divine matrix through our body and our material experience on earth, when it's in reversed, we're saying, and the goddesses sending us, Hathor and Sekhmet, are sending us the message that please try to pull in and channel and alchemize our physical habits and behaviors, and it makes it easier for our mental consciousness and our spiritual consciousness to stabilize and receive even more help and more joy, light, and love from the supergalactic cosmic vagina. So we also have the Page of Cups in the healing position. I think this is talking about withholding, because people right now, human consciousness right now, because we've been placed and challenged by a lot of fear vibration, and we've been told that the incoming wave of photons, light, and love is something else. It's the first, second, and third waves of a scary entity called the virus. So we sometimes are withholding our emotional energy because we don't want to make other people anxious, or we just feel that we're kind of curling in on ourselves, like a baby in the womb or like an injured animal. And even though that's natural, we have to remember that expression is absolutely essential right now. So any way that you express yourself lovingly through words, through gestures, through helping others will be of benefit to you right now. And that includes the conversations that you have with yourself, and any negative messages that you are sending by allowing false programs or filters to run through your mind and your heart, will create that shape of the channel and that emotional pattern of fear, dread, hopelessness, doubt, which are very detrimental to our mental and emotional health. And I've experienced it recently, and we've all experienced it. It can feel like an attack, an external attack. And in a way, it is, because a lot of these programs have been passed to us consciously and unconsciously and are not our own. They are not our own natural technology. And we also have the Two of Cups in reverse. I believe this is saying the same thing. Really understanding that separation and separateness is an illusion, and understanding that we're not in jail, we are not confinable, that human consciousness is not confinable to a room, to a house, to a city, to a country, to a planet. Sovereign divine human consciousness, sovereign divine cosmic consciousness, which inhabits our physical form, all of us here on earth, plant, animal, human, mineral, and otherwise. Sovereign, divine, cosmic consciousness is uncontainable. It is energy in motion, and we are part of the beautiful golden ocean of abundance, which ebbs and flows in waves, particles, cells, mitochondria, electrons, neutrons, and surely photons, that we are all made of stars, that we are all children of the ever expanding flow of love. So don't think of yourself as being separate or separated from your loved ones, from your soulmates, and be constantly pining, longing, and languishing when it is possible to be present with one another, This is also telepathic communication, reminding us that we don't need Zoom calls and we don't need YouTube videos and we don't need Facebook in order to communicate, because the heart is the most powerful transmitter that we possess. And through our hearts, we can send and receive and release every musical, intricate, gorgeous vibration of unconditional love and infinite light. And I am doing that right now. And I'm feeling it coming back. Wow, you guys are powerful. Thank you. I love you. Happy Earth Day. Happy Earth Day.